So if you're experiencing bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, we know that these could all be a sign of high histamines. And a lot of people talk about the DAO, diamine oxidase enzyme, and the mineral copper that is required to activate the enzyme that then is responsible to really handle our histamine levels and lower the histamine levels in the body. So copper is really the mineral that is our best friend. But the problem is that copper can be in an unbound or oxidized form and the body cannot utilize it, or it could be all sequestered in the liver and creating toxicity in the liver, and then we're back to square one. So what can we do to make sure that our copper is in a form that the body can utilize and help us activate the DAO enzymes and lower our histamine levels? So what causes copper to be in a form that is stuck in the body, in a form that we cannot utilize, or that can possibly even cause a lot of toxicity? So a few things energetically: control, frustration, resistance. So what could be an example of like resistance or frustrations or control? I don't know if you ever got stuck in traffic and feel that, oh my gosh, this is a disaster, and trying to use the horn and squeeze through the cars, and sometimes getting ourselves into dangerous situations because we have to control the situations and get out of traffic as fast as possible. Well, sometimes we've had somebody that didn't acknowledge our voice, and we feel that's it, they did not listen to me, I'm never gonna talk to them again, I'm never gonna be in this situation again, I will never do this again. Sometimes when we try something and we didn't succeed right away, we say, we're never going to try this again, I never want to do this again. So this is a lot of resistance and the need for control. And this is actually what compartmentalizes the copper very often in your liver, creating toxicity, and makes it unavailable for us to utilize for, to kind of offset this kind of high histamine storms in the intestinal tract. So what can we do to embrace our copper, to make sure that our body really takes full advantage of all of its properties? Well, when we find ourselves into situations of control, of fear, of resistance, frustrations, anger, to really almost kind of take a nice deep breath, connecting with our body, and really see what we notice. So experiencing the discomfort in the situation, acknowledging our emotions, and really grounding it. Because when we take a nice deep breath and we see, we just connect with the body and see what we notice, that really helps us ground and connect with the soil. And with copper, you cannot fully utilize copper without humic and fulvic. So it's almost like without grounding ourselves and connecting with the earth and our deepest part of ourselves, we cannot utilize copper. So this kind of simple practice of when we find ourselves in a situation of resistance, when we find us suppressing something that's really kind of gives us a lot of tension in a part of us, and maybe we don't even put a word to the emotion, but we feel that tension in a part of our body, acknowledging that, breathing through it, actually allows us to utilize copper better.